minor uptrend. Please call option because this is minor bullish trend. This is minor bullish trend. The sellers enter from this level, and this is strong bullish candle. So we should expect some buyers entry. So maybe if the buyers cross the sellers area, then we expect sellers entry. So according to the price movement, the market is going to move upward. That is why I place call option. Let's put option here because we can see the minor bearish trend. Sellers enter from this level. You can also see rejection from sellers. So the next buyers level is here because we see some buyers entry here. Buyers entered here, but there are some few buyers. So sellers entered. Now the buyers change their entry from here to here. Now we can see the market is going down. Then we can also see rejection from sellers. So I'm expecting next candle to be a bearish candle. I just need a better entry point. Okay. So I go with sellers here because we can see the trend is down. You can see the trend is down. Sellers enter from this level and we can see this reversal sign. So this reversal sign means that after this bullish candle and at the sellers area, the market is going to reverse to the downside. Also, it's a continuation of sellers to the downside. That is why I place put option here. I place call option here because the minor trend is up. The sellers enter from this level, we can see. Then this candle is a continuation of this bullish movement. So at least the buy should continue to this level because this is where the sellers enter. So that's why I place call option. Okay, that was my luck. The market did not form a green candle, but because of my entry, I won the trade. So this kind of markets you shouldn't place any trade here. Okay. Once you see the price action, like seeing so many green or bullish, before you can decide to place your trade. Don't trade in this kind of situation. Don't trade in this kind of market. You only see one bullish candle, so you cannot decide if the buyers will go up or down. all the sellers will enter the market. So we can't decide it yet until we see some kind of price action or price movement before we decide. So before that, let's go to the next chart. Here the market is moving sideways. I place put option because we can see the trend is down. We can also see strong sellers movement. After that, then the market start moving in a sideways. So whereby we have some sellers at this area. Then the candle stop at the sellers area with a rejection. So I'm expecting sellers entry. Okay, there's no sign of sellers. I think this time the sellers will enter, but I need a good entry. I love this trade because the buyers still want to enter for 1 minute. So next candle is supposed to be red, but I need a good entry point. Okay, so the next candle here should be red because still the market is at the sellers area. Then this kind of candle is a sign of reversal. So I should expect some sellers entry. So market is moving sideways, and I would advise you to stay away from sideways market. Okay, the market is in consolidation zone. So the market still and the market this candle close exactly at the sellers area, but still the buyers still enter for 1 minute, meaning the buyers are still active. So definitely the buyers really want to enter for 1 minute to before the market start reversing or before the market continue to the downside. This was a level in the past. Okay, you can see sellers entry, and the next sellers area is here. Going to place call option because the market crossed this sellers area. The trend is up. The market crossed this sellers area. The next sellers area is here. So strong bullish candle cross the sellers area, no rejection, and finally we can see sellers and buyers entry with this new high. So we should expect the buyers entry to fill the gap. Okay, this new high means the market want to go more up. So this is where the sellers are waiting. So that is why I place call option. Okay, very weak buyers entry, and I did not expect that. Okay, now we can see the market has started creating some kind of bullish and buyers, bearish and bullish candles. Okay, so we can see very strong downtrend. There's strong sellers movement. Then the market reached this level. The market reached this level. The buyers are here. See the market make a reversal to this level again, which means come on, which means the sellers are here. Now we see the market didn't reverse. It was after the buyers break the level. Now the buyers are break the level, and you can see the very strong bullish candle. So this is some kind of demand area. So I expect sellers entry or late entry. The reason why I go with sellers here because this is consolidation area whereby we have the buyers and we have the sellers. Then the market did not reverse at all. So as the market did not reverse, the buyers enter. So definitely with a rejection from sellers and a round number here, I expect sellers to enter to come back to this level. So that's why I place put option, but my entry is late. Okay, the market did not reverse. Let's see if it's going to reverse, but my entry is late. Very small green candle. It's a sign of reversal, meaning the buyers are weak. Okay, the buyers are weak. Now the market should reverse to the downside. The market is supposed to reverse, but the buyers still enter for 1 minute, and now the buyers are weak. We can see this the body of the candle, then the rejection from sellers, both upper and lower rejections shows a sign of weakness. So I expect sellers to enter on the next candle. So market always try to reverse whenever the market is in this kind of situation. But I thought the market is going to reverse on the next candle, but it didn't. So buyers entered. Now the market should reverse. So that is why you see the next candle was a bearish candle. Okay, we can see come on, come on. Here we can see some sellers at this area. Then we can see this bullish movement. So I'm going to place lower option. I place lower option because I can see many rejection from sellers, the sellers area. So, and if you check on the left side, there is a level here on the left side here. Okay, so this candle close at the sellers area with this upper rejection, the shooting star candle. So I expect sellers entry. That is why I go with sellers. This is the level I'm talking about. Oh, come on, very weak bullish candle. This is the level I'm talking about. And I'm seeing the very weak bullish candle. So I think the market should reverse. So I expect the sellers entry now because the buyers also are weak. Or definitely, and unfortunately, we expect sellers entry, but the buyers still enter. This is OTC market. Market always form like this, give us a bad expectation. So I expect the sellers to enter on the next candle, no matter what, because this is still a sellers area. Very small green candle. I think the market is not in my favor, so I think I should skip the trade. This is downtrend. Then this is consolidation. Then after consolidation, we see the sellers movement. Here we also have the buyers at this area. So market will continue to that level. So I'll place my trade on the next candle. Now we can see some rejection from buyers. Still, I will go with sellers because though the candle is very weak, but this is the buyer's entry level. Also, this is also the buyer's entry level. After the consolidations, we can see some buyer's entry levels. Though the candle is very weak, I can't easily go with buyers immediately because of the level I draw on the left side, and according to this candle, because of the level I draw on the left side, and according to this candle, the buyers enter from here. This is where the candle got rejections. Then according to the price movement, drop, consolidation, or we call it the base, then continuation to this buyer's level entry point, or maybe next buyer's entry point. So that is why I go with sellers on the next candle. Very strong candle. So that is it. That is how you trade. That is how you place your trade. And there are some trade I lost the trade because of some certain reasons. I think this was my luck. The candle closed above my entry. Here also I lost this trade because I thought the market is going to reverse, but definitely the market should reverse, and that is what the market did. So I thought the market would reverse at the first candle, but the market still entered 1 minute, then finally reverse. Same thing that happened here. This is consolidations, then I expect the market to reverse, but the market still enter for 1 minute before it finally reverse. Here also, this was, I know the market will continue to this level, but this was a bad trade. The market reversed to the downside, got rejection, and formed a green candle, very weak green candle. Then I lost, I think I lost three trades. Yes, I lost three trades. I know the market will reverse, but what the market is doing this time is like maybe they are trying to escape this level, but still they could not escape. So I expect sellers entry here, sellers fail. Here again, sellers fail because of my entry. I won the trade, and you can see the candle. I entered exactly at the sellers area. So the market did not even go close to my entry because the sellers are holding the level. That is why we see some sellers entries, and that is why the market is reversing. So the market is going to reverse for a while. Okay, and this one too, no matter what is going to happen, this is still a buyer's area. That is why you see the buyer's entry from this level. Okay, let me explain this because most of us think the market is always do the way you like. We have the buyers at this area which are drawn on the left side. The reason why I draw this second line was because if I saw buyer's entry here, that means seller is going to enter on the next candle. If the bullish candle form and close at this level, that's why I draw this level, draw this line. But according to what I'm seeing here, the market doesn't do expected it to be. We see the rejection from buyers, and the candle is very weak. rejection from buyers, and this is where the candle close. Okay, so the sellers must definitely fill the gap. Okay, and if sellers fill the gap, this is where I expect the buyer's entry. But you can see very strong bearish candle. Still, the buyers is still going to enter because from this level to this level is still the buyer's area. Okay, so I think the market should continue to this level, which I expect the market to reverse here. That is why I know the market is going to reach that level. Yes, see, the market is approaching the level. Okay, yeah, you can see this is bullish movement. Like I explained, this is bullish movement. Then I saw the seller's entry, something like this. Let me show you in the chart. Because one thing is that most of the time I don't draw trend lines, I don't draw levels. So once I cite the patterns or the price movements, then no need for me to draw levels or trend lines. Okay. So this is a level here. So we can see this is a level here. You can see some seller's entry. Okay, that is how I draw the level. Then we can also see some buyers movements. Okay, as I saw this strong rejection from sellers, it means the sellers are here or the sellers are here. Then according to this buyers movement, it means the market want to go up for a while by breaking this level. So after sighting this candle, I know the market is going to go up despite seeing some sellers entry from this level. Okay, but this candle is very strong, and according to the price movement, the market is not moving sideways, it's moving in a trendy form like this. The market is moving like this. Okay, so the market is not moving sideways. All this level is just like when the market will only get rejection or where it will close, but this is the major level which I expect the market to continue. So that is why I expect the buyer's entry to enter on the next candle. And here I place put option. Definitely very simple analysis. Seller's entry, the seller's entry from this level, seller's movement, seller's entry, rejection from sellers. So this is minor trend. Okay, minor trend, rejection from sellers. So next candle here is supposed to be bearish. Same thing here, minor trend, minor trend, consolidations whereby the sellers are here. So after seeing some sellers entry, and as the market is consolidating, which expects buyer sellers entry again, the buyers are here. Okay, so that is why I place put option. If the market is not in a ring in a consolidation mode, maybe the market is trying to, let me say, we have some bullish movement here as well. The next candle is supposed to be green, but there's no bullish movement. The market is currently moving a sideways after dropping. So I expect sellers again to fill the gap at where the buyers are entering the market. So that is why I place put option. Yeah, because of my luck, I won the trade and I expect the market to go up. But see what happened? Strong rejection. The market did go up and they close above my entry. Reason why I want to go with buyers here is because I saw this candle. I saw this candle. Seeing this candle means that, and according to the price movement, seeing this candle means that the next level is here, which I have drawn on the left side. The next level is here. So I expect the buyers to again to visit that level. But because of most of the time when market will get rejection from a level, it will always reverse. Like if you have a level here, the market will try to form a green candle. So once touch the level, you see a strong rejection and they finally change as red. Market always do that. Or market will just try to reach the level, and once they reach the level, once you reach somewhere around here, it will stop. Then the next candle will be green. But here it stopped, but next candle reach the level, touch the level and reverse. So here the market is still green. That is what I expect it to happen here. So market supposed to go up, form a green candle before we expect sellers entry. See it happen many times. The buyers tried to reach the level, sellers entered. Okay. So I was lucky enough to won the trade because of my entry. Now this one again, this after this drop, the market is in a consolidation fund, then we see the market break the level. So I'd expect sellers to enter immediately, but the buyers still entered again once. So this gives me confidence that the seller will surely enter on the next candle to fill the gap. When the market is moving like this, drop, base, or we say consolidation, or whatever you call it, then the market break out from the trend line, from the upper level. So the market always try to return back to that level and finally move up if it's going to happen that way. So it is only when you see confirmation or seeing some kind of uh, seller's reaction on this candle before you can decide the market is going. Most of the time, the market will just go up straight without even think of reversing. Or most of the time, to what I have experienced, mostly the market will only go up like this, make some ranging or some consolidations, then maybe try to give some trader, oh, this is a breakout. Before you know, the market will just drop down back to this level. Most of the time, it happen like this. I have seen so many things like that. Okay, so it depends on how you handle your trade. Then also we can see here, I think I lost this trade also before I took the second trade. The market dropped, the market moved sideways. We have some sellers at this area, but we also have rejection. I expect the market to reverse, but you see what happened. Market reverse, but when hitting the buyer's entry level here, when hit the buyer's entry level, you see a strong rejection, and that is what I explained earlier before. The market will always reach level, rejects, and form a green candle and make it a loss. So it happens most often in the OTC market. So that is why I lost this trade. My prediction is right, but the market always do what it like to do by rejecting from the lowest level where the buyers entered before it finally move up. Okay. So when I saw this candle, I know the market is still at the sellers area. So definitely it's going to be a sign of reversal. That is why I placed put option. And here I draw a level on the left side, and I first draw the level, the market break it. So this is the major level which I expect the market to reverse because we have so many reversal points here. So I saw this candle. I know the bias is going to continue to that level because we see this gap from where the candle closed and where it was rejected, and also this level. If I shall adjust it, so I expect the market to reach that level before sellers enter. But you see, the market want to make some retracement back to this previous level, just like what happened in the past. What happened on Euro JPY. So the market reject from the level and form a green candle. Despite the market did this, the market is still going to go up to reach this level. Even though sellers entered, I lost this trade. I'll place my trade on the next candle. I'll place call on the next candle because the market will still go up. So that is all about predicting next candle. And you see, I use small amounts. Okay, this is if you want to grow small amount of money. Trader psychology these days is that they always want to make big money in trading. Well, I will not say it's bad. Yes, it's not bad. If you want to make money in trading, you always uh, prepare yourself for that. That means you make sure that you deposit big money. You can't use small amount to make big money. But if I have normal $7 in my account. So the money I have in my account is $7. So I use $5 out of it for investment each trade. So with this $7, I want to grow it to at least 300 within today. So the first section is I have almost maybe like 30. Okay, let me see. Let's just say $30. So in the next section, I may increase the amount to be 10 or to be 12 or 15. So it depends on how you want to grow it. And that is how you deal with the market. You take market as a business, not as um, a money making machine. Because most people think you only get money in trading without taking it as a business. In business, you have to be careful when you are dealing with the business. So take trading as a business. Don't rely too much on money. So use more amount. You can use $1. If I want to use $1, there's nothing that will stop me from using $1 in this trade. But because I know my analysis, I know my right, so I will not just martingale, or so I have to stick to my plan. If I make $30, the next one will be 150, then the next one will be 200, at least $300 for today. So that is how I do trade in binary option. That's how I make money in trade. Okay, guys, see you next class, next section, next video. Sorry, see you next video, and have a nice day. Bye bye.